Hi, my name is Angelina Chisera. I am a senior. I graduate in 17 days, and this is my documentary. Back in my senior year of high school, in my AP Psych class, my teacher, Mrs. Booty, made us write a letter to ourselves that was more asking how life was looking like for the future and all the things we were excited about for college. And I was rooting through my drawers at home, and I found these letters that I had completely forgotten about. So I went back and I reread them, and I decided it's time for me to write back to myself. May 21st, 2021. Hey, future me, I guess. So I really think I disappointed myself with my last letter, and I didn't want that to happen this time. Let me give a little rundown of what life is like right now. It's May 21st, 2021. Prom is tomorrow. You're going on your senior trip with Abby Williams and Devin DiVinero. You're almost at the end of Anything Goes, as charity, of course. You just found your roommate/suite-mate, possibly. Michael just got a job in Pennsylvania. Anthony and Priscilla are still dating. And yeah, you're still single. I think that pretty much sums up all that has currently happened this year. So I guess it's time for questions. Hi, younger me. Let me give you a little rundown of what life is like right now. It's April 29th, 2025. Graduation is 16 days away. Yes, the big college graduation. We had our last sorority lip sync and formal this past weekend. It's really weird to think that those last 3 years of my life have gone by so fast. Oh yeah, remember how you said you'd never join a sorority? Turns out to be one of the best and worst decisions we've ever made. But we'll get into that later. Do you know what you're going to do or major in? Right now I just declared as a psych major. Are you doing theater or dance or vocal stuff in school? Have you been to a college party? This sounds like more of an ambush than a letter. Anyways, I did come to Iona as a psych major, but I switched sophomore year. I couldn't handle writing any more research papers. They didn't really teach us how to do that in high school. Now I'm going to graduate with my bachelor's in media and strategic communications, focusing in digital media, as well as a music minor. Crazy 180. But I guess that kind of leads into the next question. I am still pursuing music at school, however not in the way that you were expecting. I'm a focus in vocal performance now, and I haven't been in a theater production in over 3 years. Although I miss it, I don't regret letting go of that part of my life to focus deeper on music. I actually was encouraged to pick up playing piano again, which is something I haven't done in years and I'm currently falling back in love with. I also am currently working in jazz music and performance, which is something I had never even thought was possible when I was in high school. Life has a really weird way of turning you around like that. Are Michael and Kylie still together? Are Anthony and Priscilla? Are you still single? Sorry, girl. How are you dealing with your classes and mental health? So, Michael and Kylie are actually engaged now. Only took 13 years, and I still don't think Michael's fully convinced yet, but they're set to get married next year in 2026. Anthony and Priscilla, though, they didn't really last. They broke up sophomore year, and he's been kind of recovering ever since. He'll be fine. He's working and focusing on his relationship with God or whatever, so I just kind of let him do his thing. And yes, I'm still single. But what I've learned is it's kind of better that way, in a sense. I've met a lot of people during my time in school, and it's made me realize that a relationship is not something that I need in my life right now, especially not with the people that I've met here. I've made my fair share of regrettable decisions and let a lot of odd people into my life, so it feels a lot better to just let that part go for now. I learned a lot of things about my mental health when I came to college. It's a different ballpark with new experiences and opportunities to try things and meet people you never would have even been able to imagine. But it definitely comes with its ups and downs. I struggled a lot throughout the past 4 years with mental health and even ended up finding a psychiatrist to talk to help deal with some of the problems I've developed. Sometimes it's easy being a college student, doing my work and going to class and being an active member of society, and other times I can't even get out of bed. It's not a linear path, but I'm working on making it a lot better. Who are you still friends with from high school? Right now, there's only like 2 friends I plan on keeping, Abby and Faith, maybe Gabby. So, oddly enough, pretty much right after I wrote this letter the first time, I ended up getting really close to that group I went to prom with, Abby, Serafina, and Shaylee. And they are the only friendship I've kept tightly and kept near me over the past 4 years. They have always been there through thick and thin, and our group chat hasn't stopped going off since the day it was made 4 years ago. I'm so thankful to have these people who have stayed constant in my life and have always been there, even if we didn't really become friends until the end of high school. However, something I learned that hit me really hard, especially in the past year, is that people really do change for the worse sometimes. As much as you try to hold on to something because you miss the way it could have been, staying where a friendship is draining you and isn't healthy anymore will kill you more than any relationship. However, shutting the door on something so mentally draining has opened my eyes to so many people and experiences I never would have imagined. I have met my best friends, my closest sisters, the aunts to my kids, and people I will love for lifetimes after I leave this school. Well, my pen ran out of ink and my handwriting has gotten good again, so I guess this means I should end this letter. Please don't stop singing, reading, wishing you were the main character in your books, or loving anything you love without regret. Start loving yourself because you are the baddest bitch alive, and try to get a boyfriend for me. Thanks. Okay, love you. Ange. Well, I guess it's time I write myself a new letter. Dear younger May, it's been 4 years since I wrote this letter, and so much has changed in such little time. I've become a whole different person than who I was at 17 writing that letter in AP Psych. Now, I'm 21 and short 2 weeks from graduating from college. However, I can confidently say that in the past 4 years, one thing has remained, and that is that I have no clue what to do with my life or what comes next. Actually, that's kind of a lie. I'm really sad. It sounds cringy, and I never would believe it because I actually can't wait to get out of this school, but I'm really sad. I'm leaving behind some of the best memories of my life and some of my favorite people I will ever meet. I really don't know how I expect to survive leaving something that has remained such a constant in my life for the past 4 years. How am I supposed to say goodbye to these people who aren't just my friends, but these people who have made me who I am? I know the saying is, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard? But damn, this doesn't feel lucky. To my future self. What does the future look like? Career-wise, I mean. I've been working my ass off day in and day out looking for job opportunities in some kind of career path, and I've come up short every single time. It feels like it's rushing up on me and closing in, and I don't even have time to think twice about it. Is it as anxiety-inducing as it feels? Have I done enough in my time here to actually mean something and do something good? Not to get all philosophical and deep, of course. That's for another time, not in front of a camera. I do, however, have a few questions for future me. What happens in the next 5 years after you've read this? Who's still in your life? Those memories you created as your time as a Gale, have they grown to mean something? Where do you live now? Do you have your little apartment, or are you still living with your parents? Are you working in radio, TV, film, a music teacher? I hope more than anything that you never give up on music. The fact that you were able to come back to it and make it a part of your degree, that has to count for something, right? I hope you never forget that. I also hope that you don't forget where you came from and the person that you've become throughout the past 4 years. It hasn't been a linear journey, and I know there's still a lot to go, but I've learned to grow up in the past 4 years. I hope it does me good. I hope that you fall in love not only with someone, but with yourself and with life. I know the lows get low, but I hope you never forget that there is always a way out, and you will do it and get yourself out of it. I hope in the next 5 years I'm successful. I don't just mean in a career, but I mean successful in life. I hope I am rich in love, either surrounding myself with people who love me for me and people who care about me, or finding love in somebody. I hope I am successful in life by pushing myself to be a better person, even when I feel like it can be the hardest and the worst. I hope that I am paving the way for myself on my own, without having to rely on people around me to tell me what to do. I hope that I am rich in life. Well, I'm sure this video is way past 10 minutes long, and that's my cue to clock out. So, I'll see you in another 5. Love you always. Ange.